Hello, hello, and welcome. We are 9 little Aussies living in the USA, building a home where we all belong. Where gardens are cultivated, real food is celebrated, agrarian living is reclaimed, where we choose to walk with wonder and faith, eyes wide open to the beauty of life. Where stories and rhyme are a tether that anchor our hearts to the ancient landmarks our fathers have left for our learning, and where all weary souls may find comfort and rest. It is a grand undertaking, perhaps, but a profoundly simple one. I invite you to join us as we reach for the stars with our feet firmly rooted in love and God's good earth. Buckets are frozen solid. This is the spare water in case the hoses bust or we don't have water. Steaming milk. Hello, good morning. Are you ready to go join your mama? Are you ready to join your mama? Hey, baby. It is so pretty this morning. It is a wee bit chilly for milking, but just beautiful. I don't know if you can see, but the sunlight is just catching the ice on the top of those trees as it comes up, and it is so pretty. So it is not supposed to get above 34, which is just above freezing. 32 is freezing, and or 0 Celsius, and it's supposed to get just above that. I know people were chuckling at me in the last video because I realized it must sound so silly to people from the northern states who are used to like really, really cold, like actually way below freezing. But it is still a novelty for me and for us. Like, we went for that walk yesterday and the ice is so pretty, and I've just never seen anything like that. I mean, I've seen frost before, but an ice storm with all of the, like every branch and twig and leaf just covered in this really pretty shimmery ice. Looks like diamonds. It's so pretty. I've just never seen that before. So yeah, we're a bit silly, I guess, to you folks who are in the actual frigid north. But to us it was very exciting. Also, yeah, exciting but also dangerous. Like, I have to admit, being a bit nervous about you know, having adult children that drive places, and we had people warning us about black ice, which I guess is when the ice melts and then refreezes again overnight and you can't see it on the roads. The police department was putting out warnings about that. So yeah, praying them safely to work and safely home from work, because we've got one on night shift, so he comes home anywhere from like 3 to 5 a.m. and one that leaves and has to be at work around 7, so everything's really still cold at that time. So anyway, I'm very grateful to have angels watching over my kiddos when I can't be there, especially for us Aussies who have no idea how to drive in icy conditions. Just have to go super slow, I guess. What are you doing? No, down. This is still pretty frozen solid for like the 3rd day in a row. I don't know that the camera's not really picking up the sparkle, but the ice is just shimmering. Oh, there you go. You can maybe see it a little bit. But all of the grass, all of the trees, everything is shimmering like diamonds. Look at the top of this old oak tree. It is white like snow against that blue sky. How pretty is that? Oh my Lord, your handiwork. So pretty. And the tops of those pines. You guys are being so loud. Yes, you are. You're ruining the serenity. Really think they care about the serenity. Oh, the fire's sounding good right now.
The orange one's my favorite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 30, I see 13. Yeah, that is 14. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Including the dead one, 15. Yeah, we gotta bury the dead one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. The dead one. Look at all the alive ones. That is epic.
Isn't that the coolest thing? So she's been in this, and we knew she was sitting. She's been in this old Joel Salatin tractor that we bought actually for meat chickens, and we did do a couple of batches of meat chickens in here a while ago now, but she had just popped herself in here and collected eggs, I guess, over a period of time, and she was sitting. And when we had that ice storm, we knew she'd been sitting for a couple of weeks at least. And when we knew that that ice storm was approaching, we thought, you know, she's obviously vulnerable in here because the other chickens in the other tractors we have would huddle together and keep warm. But she's kind of just isolated over here on her own. Anyway, we thought about putting hay around her And then one of the older gentlemen that my husband used to work with at Tractor Supply said, you've got all those wood chips there, just put a bank of wood chips around her. So the boys did that. We sort of lifted this chicken tractor at the other end, because she's right over in that corner. No, that corner is where she had built the nest. And they sort of just put wood chips all around behind her, in front of her, kind of like a blanket of wood chips. But we still thought, man, it's going to get so cold, and with all that ice, I don't know if she's just going to like freeze solid sitting there. So we just thought, well, we've done what we can, and we didn't know if any of the eggs would make it. Well, she pulled through. She came all the way through, and the day after the storm, the boys came out here, and sure enough, she has not only made it, but she's such a good mama. She has hatched out all of those babies. And I think if we've figured it out right, she's hatched them basically in the middle of the storm. Feathers are all fluffed out, and she's kind of wrapping them and covering them with her wings, just keeping them warm. You're a good mama. This little mama was actually bred here on our farm, which is really cool. So I think it was either Mrs. Potts, or we did have another barred rock hen sit and hatch a couple. I can't remember which one hatched her, but she is a cross between a Buff Orpington and probably either a barred rock or an Australorp, but she's very pretty. Look at that, that's so cute. And the boys said, I think she's hatched 17, but 14 of them have lived. Probably some lost to cold exposure, I imagine. It's a beautiful sight. I thought I would share those babies with you because they're so beautiful, and it's such a fun thing to have had happen during the middle of an ice storm. Everyone in here fared very well. What you doing?
Making a fort.
Awesome. Is it nice down there right now?
What? Yeah, it's nice. Matilda was down there with me.
Was she?
All the way down there.
So what have you been doing?
I'm just gonna get an axe and go back down.
Okay.
Get a couple tools.
Okay.
How are you?
Good. As long as you don't bring any tools back.
Yeah. I'm only gonna take like 2 or 3.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi. So my husband put this up the other day, this fence, so that we can sort of block the chickens into this area and they can prep the garden for me, which they've been doing. You know, as I'm walking around just doing regular chores, feeding the chooks or collecting the eggs or milking the cow, even my husband cutting down trees, you know, trimming trees or whatever, the sound of the chainsaw, I feel like there is, I know, a strange way in which I'm kind of communing with the past when I just do these ordinary everyday chores on our little homestead. It kind of transports me back to these little moments in time where I remember one occasion that is just etched in my memory. I don't even know how old I was, but I was following my grandpa from the house down the little footpath and over to the shed where he got the food for the chickens, and then down to the chook pen, feeding the chooks and collecting the eggs. I don't know if it was normally his job or if Granny usually did that, but I have this one memory of doing that with him, and I often think of that. I often picture his backyard or think of that when I'm in my chook pen. And the same when I'm milking the cow. I remember watching my dad do the same year after year. And it really, I read recently, I'm reading Hannah Coulter, which is a Wendell Berry novel. I love Wendell Berry. He's very, his writing, even his prose, is very poetic. And he obviously has a deep love for and connection with the land. I mean, it's all through everything he writes. But there was this one passage I'll share with you today that just really resonated with me, and I thought that's exactly what happens. It's kind of like I'm communing with the dead, not in a weird way, but just remembering. It's a remembrance every time I sit and milk and think and remember my dad doing that, and I love that connection. These words are taken from Hannah Coulter, a novel by Wendell Berry. It is hard to say what it means to be at work and thinking of a person you loved and love still, who did that same work before you and who taught you to do it. It is a comfort ever and always, like hearing the rhyme come when you are singing a song. When you remember the past, you are not remembering it as it was. You are remembering it as it is. It is a vision or a dream, present with you in the present, alive with you in the only time you are alive. Your life as you have lived it is your way back yonder in time, but you are still living, and your living life, expectations subtracted, has a shape, and the shape of it includes the past. The absent and the dead are in it, and the living are in it. They are tilling up all of this soil and getting it ready for the spring. Okay, well, it's almost time to head inside and finish dinner prep. I've got a chicken in the oven and I think I'm going to do a chicken pot pie. So I hope wherever you are, you're enjoying. I hope you get a bit of sunshine. Today it is warmer than it has been. I think the cold is coming back, but for now it's lovely. It's still jumper weather, but it's not as bitter cold as it was. Well, I know you guys think I'm crazy when you live up north, but it's a little bit warmer today. So that has been really lovely. Sunshine and raindrops, friends, until I see you on the next one.